Breaking news tonight: 3 people confirmed dead, 7 vehicles involved, and reports of gunfire near the Jing'an Tunnel. Sources say the chaos may be connected to actor Yu Menglong, whose mysterious death month ago was officially ruled an accident caused by alcohol intoxication. Then, the narrator's voice cuts through the noise. But what if Yu Menglong wasn't supposed to die that night? What if 3 people actually gave their lives trying to save him, and 1 woman fled before everything went dark? Welcome to a story buried under silence, confusion, and fear. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear could change everything we thought we knew about Yu Menglong's death. 4 months, the official report had stayed the same. Yu Menglong, beloved Chinese actor and musician, was found lifeless in his apartment in Shanghai. The autopsy said acute alcohol poisoning. The police closed the case within a week. Fans mourned. The entertainment world moved on. But something about the story never sat right. The neighbors had reported hearing loud thuds, then shattering glass. The security cameras around his residence, strangely, stopped working that night. Even more disturbing, someone had deleted a few key moments from the surveillance logs. And then came the rumors that grew darker every day. A man claiming to be part of the emergency response team posted online, saying they had found not just Yu Menglong's body, but evidence of multiple people having been inside the apartment hours before he died. He was silenced within 24 hours. His post disappeared, and his account was erased. Weeks later, another story emerged. A witness, a middle-aged taxi driver, said he saw 7 luxury vehicles speed out of a private district not far from Yu's residence around 2 a.m. The cars had no license plates, just tinted windows. One of them, a white Porsche, was seen swerving violently before crashing near an underpass. Gunshots followed, he told a local reporter off-record. "I heard them. Then a woman screamed, someone shouted, 'Get him out,' and everything went quiet." The driver vanished soon after. His taxi was found abandoned near the Huangpu River. The media brushed it off as unrelated. But online detectives began piecing things together. The timeline, the location, the mysterious vehicles, it all led back to one haunting question. Was Yu Menglong alive when that convoy fled? Investigators working outside the official line began uncovering fragments of data, traffic reports, police radio logs, and audio leaks. What they found pointed to a coordinated chase through Shanghai's dimly lit streets the same night Yu Menglong reportedly died. 7 vehicles. 4 men confirmed dead on site, 3 of them now identified as Yu's close security associates. Gunshot residue was found inside one of the wrecked vehicles, though authorities claimed it was fireworks residue from a nearby event. And among all the confusion, one name kept surfacing again and again: Yang Lanlan. Yang Lanlan wasn't just another name. She was the woman seen frequently beside Yu Menglong in the months before his death. Rumors described her as both his confidant and his secret partner. Some said she managed his private affairs when he began feeling threatened by forces within his agency. After the night of the crash, Yang Lanlan vanished. Her phone disconnected. Her social accounts went dark. Even her apartment lease was terminated the next morning, signed by someone else. One witness from her building claimed, she left around midnight with 2 bags, looking terrified. She said, "They found us," and then she ran. What did she mean by they? Fast forward to early October, 3 months after the alcohol poisoning verdict. A leaked forensic report began circulating online. It claimed traces of sedatives, not just alcohol, were found in Yu Menglong's blood. The dosage was too precise, too controlled. It wasn't consistent with casual drinking. If true, this meant someone deliberately planned to render him unconscious. Even more shocking, private phone logs retrieved by anonymous investigators revealed multiple missed calls from a contact labeled LL minutes before his supposed time of death. Fans immediately connected it, Lanlan. So what really happened that night? Let's piece it together step by step. On the evening of his death, Yu Menglong reportedly attended a small private dinner at a villa in Jing'an district. Several entertainment executives were there, as well as a few unnamed investors. Witnesses later said Yu appeared uneasy during the dinner. He left around midnight, refusing to drink more alcohol. At approximately 12:45 a.m., his car left the villa. Two black SUVs followed him at a distance. Surveillance from a nearby cafe captured his vehicle stopping for a few minutes while someone approached his car window. After that, the trail went cold. At 1:18 a.m., traffic cameras picked up 7 cars moving rapidly down the inner ring road. Minutes later, a gunshot was reported near the overpass. Police dispatch records from that night were mysteriously deleted but partially recovered by online sleuths. One line from the transcript read, "Target secured, repeat, target secured. 2 vehicles down. Proceeding to extraction point." If the target was Yu Menglong, then who were the ones trying to secure him and who wanted him silenced? 3 of his personal bodyguards, men who had worked with him for years, were later confirmed among the dead in the wreckage. Their names were quietly omitted from police statements. But their families later received sealed envelopes containing a large undisclosed payment. One relative said in a trembling interview, "They said it was a traffic accident. But my brother never drove at night. He was protecting someone. That's why he died. Protecting someone. Protecting Yu Menglong." Now comes the chilling twist. An anonymous informant, reportedly from Yu's former agency, reached out to an independent journalist. They provided fragments of an email exchange dated 2 weeks before Yu's death. It read, "He's going public. He's tired of the lies. If he talks, it'll burn everyone down." Was Yu about to expose something? Something within the entertainment system itself? The same source revealed Yu had recorded a video confession never released stating he was being followed and that his communications were being tapped. He feared someone inside his circle wanted him silenced. And on the night he died, 3 men might have paid the price for trying to stop it. When footage from the scene finally surfaced, it sent chills through everyone who watched it. The tunnel camera captured the moment 7 vehicles collided. Sparks flew, tires screeched, and for a split second, a figure tall, wearing a white jacket, was seen being dragged from one of the vehicles by 2 men before a dark SUV blocked the view. Seconds later, 3 flashes of light. Gunfire. Then, silence. The SUV sped away. Yang Lanlan's role in all this became even more mysterious. A few days after the crash, her passport was flagged as used for a one-way ticket to Thailand, but immigration officials later revealed no such record existed. It was as if someone faked her departure to erase her presence. However, 2 weeks later, a woman resembling her was spotted in CCTV footage at a hospital in Nanjing, wearing a surgical mask, purchasing medication for gunshot wounds. The timestamp. The same night as the crash. So if she was indeed at the scene, what was she running from? And could she still be alive today, hiding with evidence that could unravel everything? Then came the ultimate revelation. A security footage leak from a nearby gas station showed one of Yu Menglong's cars pulling over around 1:23 a.m., just 5 minutes before the reported crash. The driver got out briefly, checked the trunk, and looked behind nervously. Inside the car, you could barely make out the silhouette of someone slumped in the backseat. Was that Yu Menglong? If so, it meant he was still alive then, and possibly unconscious, matching the sedative traces later reported in the leaked autopsy. That footage was taken down within hours, but not before several online investigators mirrored it across platforms. It spread like wildfire, reigniting public suspicion. By now, fans had turned into full-fledged detectives. Forums buzzed with theories. Some claimed Yu's death was the result of a failed extraction mission, that 3 loyal staff members were helping him escape from a dangerous circle controlling his contracts and personal freedom. Others believed he was trying to reach authorities with evidence about illegal dealings within the industry, and someone stopped him before he could speak. Either way, one thing was clear: those 3 men didn't just die in a random crash. They died in a firefight. And somewhere in the chaos, someone pulled the trigger that ensured Yu Menglong would never make it to safety. In the months that followed, several media insiders quietly resigned. One editor admitted off-record, "We were told not to publish anything new about the case. Every time a witness came forward, they disappeared. Someone high up doesn't want this reopened." Even Yu's old friends went silent. Interviews were cancelled. Social media accounts wiped clean. But small hints kept surfacing: lyrics, coded posts, old photos with cryptic captions like "Truth never drowns" and "They didn't all die for nothing." So where does this leave us now? With a chain of unanswered questions that refuse to fade. Why were 7 unmarked cars involved in the same location and time as Yu's supposed death? Who fired the gunshots? Who paid off the families of the deceased? And why did Yang Lanlan vanish without a trace? Most importantly, if Yu Menglong was indeed being rescued that night, who stopped him? In recent weeks, a new piece of evidence has emerged, a voice memo believed to have been recorded minutes before the chase began. The audio, though muffled, carries a trembling male voice saying, "If they find this, tell Lanlan I tried. Tell her they were already here, he's not breathing." The file ends with static, followed by what sounds like distant tires screeching. Digital analysts confirmed the background noises match the acoustic signature of the Jing'an Tunnel area. It's the missing link connecting everything: the dinner, the chase, the crash, the cover-up. Now, whispers within underground networks suggest that Yong Lan Lan might have resurfaced abroad under a different name. Allegedly, she has footage from that night stored in an encrypted drive, a drive some powerful people are desperate to retrieve. If that footage ever becomes public, it could rewrite the entire narrative surrounding Yu Menglong's death. And so, what began as a simple story of alcohol poisoning has spiraled into a complex web of betrayal, cover-ups, and sacrifice. 3 men died to save Yu Menglong. 7 vehicles were involved in a night-long pursuit. Gunshots echoed through Shanghai's quiet streets. And one woman, Yang Lanlan, may still hold the truth that everyone else died to protect. What really happened that night? Was it an accident, or an assassination masked as one? Was Yu Menglong's death simply the end of a troubled artist, or the silencing of a man who got too close to something dangerous? Until more evidence surfaces, all we have are fragments. But one thing is certain: the truth about Yu Menglong didn't die that night. It's still out there, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover it. Because while the city slept, Yang Lanlan was running. And the question that now haunts everyone is, what was she running from? By dawn, Shanghai police had cordoned off the area around Jing'an Tunnel. Official reports described it as a multi-vehicle accident, but eyewitnesses were quick to point out that every vehicle involved was high-end, tinted, and unmarked. 3 men were confirmed dead at the scene, later revealed to be Yu Menglong's private security detail. But curiously, their IDs vanished before the coroner's report was filed. One of the first responders later confessed off-record. "We got there just after the explosion. The cars were burning, but the crash didn't look like an accident. Bullet holes, clean ones, on the doors and windshields. And someone had already taken something from the wreckage before we arrived. What was removed? No one knows. But surveillance data later hinted at a white sedan leaving the area seconds before the first responders arrived. Inside that car, investigators believe, was Yang Lanlan. At 5:12 a.m., a gas station attendant at a rest stop near the Humin Expressway reported seeing a woman injured, bleeding, trembling. She was wearing a grey hoodie and had bloodstains along her left arm. She asked for a first aid kit, whispering, "Please, no police." That woman, the attendant said, matched Yang Lanlan's description exactly. She paid in cash. And before leaving, she left behind a crumpled envelope marked with one word: proof. Inside it were fragments of a shattered USB stick. As the sun rose, media vans surrounded the crash site, while investigators hurried to clean up the debris. But within hours, the scene looked staged. All visible bullet casings were gone. The destroyed vehicles were towed away before sunrise. Even the charred license plates were replaced with temporary tags, none matching official records. Locals watching from nearby bridges were baffled. "It looked like they wanted everything erased," one said. Like they didn't want anyone to know what really happened there. And when one journalist tried to livestream the cleanup, her feed was suddenly cut. Her phone went black, and minutes later, her channel was suspended. Meanwhile, across the city, a shadow of panic fell upon Yu Menglong's former management agency. A source inside the building revealed that executives held an emergency meeting just hours after the crash. "They told us to scrub everything," the insider said. "Old emails, voice memos, backups, everything. It was like they were preparing for something big to drop. What terrified them most wasn't the media attention. It was the possibility that Yang Lanlan had escaped with evidence, something that could blow the entire cover-up apart. By midday, online forums were ablaze. Hashtags like #Yu Menglong mystery and #Lanlan escape began trending again. Users dissected every frame of available footage, mapping out routes and crash points. Then, a new clip surfaced. A security camera near Xinjia Road captured a white car weaving through traffic around 2:03 a.m., the same model seen leaving the Jing'an Tunnel moments after the gunfire. Through the cracked windshield, a woman's silhouette could be seen gripping the wheel tightly, her face streaked with tears. In the passenger seat, wrapped in a white cloth, was what looked like a man's phone and necklace. Fans immediately recognized the necklace. It was the same one Yu Menglong wore in his last social media post. So did Yang Lanlan have his phone that night? Digital experts later confirmed that at 2:14 a.m., a minute after the chase ended, a phone registered under Yu Menglong's name attempted to send an encrypted file via cloud upload. The attempt failed, likely due to interference or signal jamming. The file's name? Project R's, Final Record. What was Project R's? Some believe it was a code name Yu Menglong used for a personal recording, something documenting the threats he faced in the final weeks of his life. If true, that file could reveal the truth behind the chase, the cover-up, and why 3 men died that night. But here's where things get stranger. At exactly 6:47 a.m., a heavily encrypted message was sent from a foreign IP to a private account once linked to Yang Lanlan. The message contained only 5 words. "We failed. They took him." The IP address traced back to Malaysia, a location long associated with offshore data centers known for concealing private communications. This was the last verified trace of her online activity before she disappeared completely. In the days that followed, authorities released their final report. 3 fatalities due to alcohol-related speeding. No foul play detected. That statement ignited public outrage. How could alcohol explain 7 cars, ballistic damage, and multiple dead security operatives? An anonymous police officer finally broke silence. "We were told to close the case. Orders came from higher up. Someone didn't want the truth out." Even the crash data recorders from the cars were replaced. That same officer later went missing. Then, another chilling piece emerged. A witness working at a nearby construction site claimed he saw a woman dragging a wounded man out of a crashed vehicle moments before the first responders arrived. "She was screaming his name," he said. "I think she shouted Menglong. Wake up," before a black SUV blocked my view. Then there were gunshots. If that account is real, it means Yu Menglong was still alive during the chaos and Yang Lanlan was trying to save him. And those 3 men? They died shielding her escape. What followed was a full-blown information war. Social media posts about the crash were deleted within minutes. Videos vanished. Accounts that shared leaked data were suspended or under investigation. Still, fans refused to let the story die. Across fan communities, investigators recreated digital timelines, voice overlays, and street maps analyzing vehicle trajectories and sound frequencies from the leaked footage. Their findings? 3 distinct gunshots. 2 of them aimed downward. The third fired at the exact moment Lanlan's car sped off. As weeks passed, something unexpected happened. A small blog on the dark web posted a blurry image titled "Unseen Truth, JM Files." The image appeared to show Yu Menglong sitting beside a computer screen, looking pale but conscious. Behind him, the reflection of a woman, believed to be Yang Lanlan, held a small drive labeled R's. The blog was deleted within hours. But the caption left behind sent chills through everyone who read it. 3 gave their lives for him. 1 is still running. The truth is locked inside the R's file. By now, even mainstream outlets couldn't ignore it. Journalists began asking why the official autopsy mentioned alcohol poisoning but not the presence of sedatives. Why was Yu's security team off duty that night? And why did no hospital register an emergency call near the crash zone? One reporter revealed she'd been followed after digging too deep. Another received threats to drop the case or disappear like the others. The deeper people looked, the clearer it became Yu Menglong's death was not an accident. It was an operation. And the ones who tried to save him paid with their lives. Some believe Yang Lanlan survived by escaping through the outskirts of Suzhou that same morning. Surveillance showed a woman limping into an abandoned motel, still clutching a small metal box. She stayed for a few hours before vanishing again. That box, witnesses say, looked exactly like a hard drive case. If true, it may still hold the unedited R's footage, proof of what really happened that night. Months later, whispers resurfaced about a new encrypted video circulating online. Allegedly titled "They Tried to Save Him," the 15-second clip shows flashing headlights, gunfire, and a woman's voice crying out, "Keep driving. Don't stop." Experts are divided on its authenticity, but fans swear it's Yang Lanlan's voice. If that's real, it means she survived the crash. And she may still be out there, carrying the one thing powerful people fear most, the truth. Every new discovery adds more weight to the theory that Yu Menglong's death wasn't about alcohol, it was about exposure. He was close to revealing something dangerous, possibly involving illegal contracts and hidden dealings within his circle. And that night, 3 men tried to save him. 7 cars were deployed to stop them. Gunshots echoed through Shanghai. And one woman, Yang Lanlan, disappeared into the shadows, possibly with the evidence the world has been denied. To this day, her whereabouts remain unknown. But digital traces suggest someone using her old alias logged into a cloud server in late September, uploading a single file titled Rs_recover_v3. The upload stopped at 83%. Then the server went offline. So, what really happened that night? Did Yang Lanlan manage to escape with Yu Menglong's final message? Were the 3 men heroes who died protecting him or victims of a much larger plot? And most haunting of all, what's inside that missing Rs file that so many have died to hide? If you're captivated by this story and want to uncover what happens next, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your engagement helps us dig deeper into the truth behind Yu Menglong's mysterious final hours. What do you think happened to Yang Lanlan after the crash? Was the Rs file ever recovered, or is someone still holding it in secret? Do you believe the 3 who died truly saved Yu Menglong that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Because the story isn't over yet, and your voice might be the key to bringing the truth to light.